Zeris. I hope you're doing well.
Did you see my puppies?
I did, Ash, and they are so fucking cute. Boxer puppies are just like... I don't know, there's just something about them. They're so ridiculous. And thank you for those 18 months. I hope you've been doing well. I hope you've survived your work. Is the German Shepherd getting along well with the puppies? Who knows the one that passed early to the new puppies? Gotcha. Gotcha. Also, sometimes I forget, like, how tiny puppies can be. I was too quiet, so parents felt the house was too quiet. Gotcha. Because with the puppy, the puppies in the bowl are, like, I forget how tiny they are. When did your parents get the mutt? Also, I'm sorry to hear about the German passing. I never realized that happened. He's like 8 years older now or something? Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. So, I've had him for a while then. Or at least I assume a while. They are so cute. Oh my goodness. We had a neighbor, or I say a neighbor, but somebody who lived around the corner from us that had 2 boxers for the longest time. But I think one of them passed and now they have like 2 fuzzy things, puppies, I don't know. Some sort of doodle. Brontosaur have to be to survive the your siblings, yeah. I don't think Finn was the runt of the litter, but he was definitely one of the smaller ones, but now he's, I think, one of the bigger ones. I figured that you wanted to bring the ball back when you throw it. Yeah! Oh, Finn figured that out almost near immediate. Like, immediately. Like, he taught himself how to play fetch with us. It was wild. He's taught himself and us, like, so much. Into your shoelaces. Luckily, we got Finn when he was 4 months old from the shelter. Or the rescue. And he was and still really isn't like a destructive dog. Like, he doesn't go for shoes or underwear or socks or anything like that. But I swear if given the chance he'll figure out how to open doors to get out or in. He knows like that some of them are like the pull downs, you know? The pull down doors or doorknobs. Shark, who do they like to put out? Yeah, yeah. The are they like 8 weeks old? 10 weeks old? Eight, gotcha. I know sometimes it varies on the breeder when you pick them up. They're very, very cute. Okay. I think we're gonna get started now with some Assemble with Care. I've had this game on my Steam list for a while now. Let me know how game sounds are. That sounds loud to me, but it might not be that loud for you. Okay. I think that should be better. No, Rubber Ducky say nah. Yeah, I don't need to disregard. Yeah. No, or so I'm gonna probably Reckless Abandon, yeah. This week I'll probably do some like fun little cozy games like going into next week as well, and if I finish early, then we'll probably go back into 14, which I think this game should only be like 2 hours maybe. But I think it's somewhat similar to Unpacking with a different flavor. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. Like I said, it's been in my Steam library for a while, and I've been really wanting to get into it again.
After a year on the road, I thought I'd get tired of traveling. The endless clatter of railways, highways, and everything in between.
I'll have you know, I had like one cassette when I was a baby, because it was literally when I was a baby, because the cassette only had lullabies on it.
But as my train pulled into the station at Bellariva, I felt every bit as excited as the first day of my journey. A whole year. It felt like a lifetime. The places I'd seen, the people I'd met, of course, the forgotten treasures I'd given a new lease of life along the way. I'm a restorer by trade. Bringing our most beloved possessions back to life is what I love to do. I'd been traveling for months.
Although, now that I think about it,
from one town to the next, fixing everything from family heirlooms to VCRs.
I don't think I ever had anything to play that cassette on.
Bellariva was my chance to take a break. Unfortunately, that would have to wait until after I'd unpacked.
It was in like the drawer of my TV stand from my room. And I don't know if I ever actually listened to it, or if like my mom would play it for me when I was little. overalls. Gotcha.
My favorite overalls. These will never go out of style. My parents took this after I made my first repair. Seems like a lifetime ago. Looking forward to taking more close-ups of my fingers with this.
It's a Nokia, the, like, instant film thing, right? Where you got,
hand
like,
these
the little
out once I'm
cartridge of
settled
film,
in.
and then you had to
Fingers
go and
crossed
bring
they
it
get me some
someplace
work.
to get it, whatever.
I picked up these sunglasses on my last
Was it
stop.
Nokia?
Hopefully I'm cool enough to pull them off.
Developed? Yeah, I guess it was it technically developed? It was the ones that, or Kodak. There we go. The ones that, yeah, the disposable camera where it had like the certain amount of charges that you had, and then when you were finished, you had to go to like, I think we would go to CVS or something to get them developed. And we would get like the underwater ones for when we go on vacation.
I saw a guitarist wearing these at a show once. Rock and roll repair woman at your service.
Am I old enough to stream on Twitch? Yes, I am old enough to stream on Twitch. I'm turning fucking 28 this year.
Left now.
Cameras are made by a lot of different phone companies. Yeah, like I said, we would get the underwater one. You can still buy them. I know they have the Polaroid. Polaroid like revamped themselves and made their like instant ones. This one looks like Kodak based on Kodak. Yeah, I haven't heard Kodak in a very long time. Is Kodak even still around?
Finally, I'd made
Or did they
it to
go out
Bella
of
Riva.
business with
I'd
the...
come for the food festival, taking
They are?
place in a
Okay.
few days' time. After living off TV dinners and instant ramen for the last few months, I
Let me
was
see the tourist hubs.
craving a decent
Oh, that's
meal.
fair, yeah.
Of course, I'd need to earn enough money to pay for it, so I figured I'd head out the next day and find some work.
I know that same capacity. No, yeah, definitely not.
My parents never wanted me
Isn't
to
old.
go. They wanted me to stay in their shop and have a simple, stationary life. I knew there was a world out there.
Listen,
beyond
I
the
am
four
saying
walls of
I
our antique
have
store that I
used
had to
disposable
be a
cameras
part of.
before. In fact, I have a... My dad had a very, very nice Nokia camera, or he still has one. We had a video recorder. I fucking have a digital camera here with me. I might be young, but I'm not that young. Oh, Nikon. I'm saying Nokia. Nokia's the phone company. Nikon. Yeah, Nikon. Thank you. Or not the phone company, but like the phone brand. They did go bankrupt at one point. Yeah. I think that might have been what I was remembering.
I daydreamed constantly about the weird and wonderful places each of our antiques came from. I loved figuring out their stories, revealing the memories hidden beneath the screws and wires. My story in Bella Riva began with a little girl and a voice she was longing to hear.
Cause yeah, we never went for like those family photo headshot things. My dad would just take photos of us, and they always came out really nice. VCRs are antiques. Isn't like anything over 20 years is considered vintage? I still have a VCR DVD player back at home. Also has a bunch of technologies people aren't really aware of, like OLED. Oh, gotcha.
It was my first morning in Bella Riva, and I couldn't wait to leave my hotel and explore. It was a quiet town, its streets and alleyways basking peacefully in the hot morning sun.
And huge.
In the main
Nice
square,
lots of those buttons.
meanwhile,
Probably.
preparations were underway for the festival in a few days' time. As I handed out my flyers, I wondered what the people of Bella Riva would need me to fix. So far, everything here seemed perfect. I was starting to worry I'd made a mistake when I felt someone tapping me on the back.
Hi, I'm Izzy. Do you know how to fix things?
There's a lot of the OLED ones, LG. Gotcha. Makes sense.
It was a little girl, maybe 7 years old, who must have gotten hold of one of my flyers. She rummaged around in her
Borderline
backpack
patent
until
office.
she hauled
I
out
feel
a
like-
battered red cassette deck.
I feel like a lot of people that have patents are kind of assholes. Not everybody, but like a lot of the big
My
companies like
tape
that.
is broken and I can't make it work anymore. I tried to fix it myself, but there's this metal thing in the way. Can you try?
There we go. Here I handed out work to get patents. Oh god. Oh, that's cool. 4511. Is that like a code thingy, medic?
Aha!
Or
Those batteries look like they need
one of those
replacing.
things.
Luckily, I have some spares.
The pencil brings back memories. Oh, shaky, gotcha. That's a seldom do the maker. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. Back. Grab the screw. Oh god. What? Oh wait. Do I not have to actually clip? Like, no. It's gonna move. How is Jakey doing? Hi, Mittori. Thank you for that raid. Don't we have to wind it? Oh, here we go.
Why did you do that?
Here we go. I hope your Outlast playthrough is going well, Mittori. I saw your cute little VTuber. The Afterlife? It wasn't that bad, was it? Outlast is that bad?
You dream a dream for me. If I sit by your side and hold you so tight, know that I will always love you. Even though
Four
we
times
both
the
know
first
that
hour.
we must say goodnight. Good night, my darling.
Oh, that's kind of sad. I've never played Outlast, but I've seen playthroughs of it. Also, what angel are you talking about, Raven? If it's Finn,
When it
he is
finished,
here.
Izzy picked up the tape deck and tucked it carefully into her backpack.
Elections on a Monday. What better way to have a
Thanks,
Monday
Maria.
morning
You're the
or
best person at fixing things ever.
Monday early
No
afternoon?
problem. Who was that singing? They're very good.
Tuesdays at 4.
It's my mum. She's not here anymore.
Izzy trailed off. It was the kind of silence a cassette tape would never be enough to fill. When Izzy's friends called for her, she dug deep into her pockets, looking for something to pay me with. Eventually, she produced a grand total of a stick of gum, 3 mismatched buttons, and a yo-yo. I usually preferred a check, but Izzy looked so serious, I wrote out a full receipt.
Did a good job of that, Mr. Stuff for making impossible. See, yeah. I feel like that and Amnesia, maybe? Were some of like the first horror games to really kind of pull a lot of those things together. Where you've got like the atmospheric stuff, the audio, the story, and the jump scares and stuff like that. If you said ever touch Amnesia, you own it but you'd never bought it. I guess somebody must hate you for buying that.
She seemed like a happy kid, but beneath it all, part of her life had been shattered. A part I wouldn't be able to fix.
So for giving away for free or humbly can't remember which. Fair. Absolutely fair. Are you gonna try and finish out Outlast?
My first repair
or
complete. I
gonna
spent
call
the
it
rest
quits
of the
early?
day doing small jobs in and around the square. I was exhausted when I got back to my hotel and found a message asking me to make one more visit. The address led me to a quaint little house, a stone's throw from the beach.
Gonna
Bathed
finish
in the
those goals. Like,
evening
yeah,
light.
yeah.
It looked beautiful, in spite of its flaking paintwork and chipped tiles.
You're wearing the brown pants. It's true.
The front door was opened by a harried-looking man, still dressed from a long day at the office.
Are you Maria? My name's Joseph. I'm Isabel's father. I'm so sorry she bothered you this morning. Please, come in. I'd like to settle up properly.
On the mantelpiece, I saw the remains of a broken statue. Without thinking, I picked up a fragment.
Ah, my father's statue. What's left of it, at least. Yet another way I'd have disappointed him. It survived 100 years in this family. But 5 minutes with Isabel and... Do you think you can salvage it?
Play Placid Plastic Duck Sim next? What is Plastic Duck Sim?
Will you be able to see the glue afterwards? I don't want people seeing the cracks.
This is a lot of glue for this. Oh, unless I didn't actually need to use that much. Oopsie.
Is this glue really strong enough to hold everything together?
That's too much glue? Listen. I will use as much glue as I want. This is a video game. It doesn't fucking matter. Because realistically, you would never want to use that much glue. Oh, I didn't want to put it on yet. Oopsie. It's fine. Wait, that's the leg. Let's see.
Sometimes I think my daughter should come with a warning label.
More active version of those apparently in the making. Of what, the plastic duck sim?
Thank you, Maria. It looks as perfect as it ever did. My
Gotcha.
father wanted me to make something of myself. He didn't have time for anything less.
As Joseph put the statue back on the shelf, it nudged against the family portrait stood proudly next to it. So he was Bellariva's mayor. And that was Izzy's mom. They must both miss her so much.
Sorry, I'm a little tired. I've been working late getting things sorted for the festival. There's only a few days to go. Looks like I'll be working late. Again?
There's so many like indie and small
When I
company
told my
games that I
parents
want.
I wanted to leave, they always found an excuse to be busy. to avoid talking about it. I guess keeping themselves occupied was their way of pretending it wasn't happening.
Necromancer trying to bring her mom back from the dead. Oh god. I don't think it's
Joseph's
that kind of
work must
game.
have been taking up
It
so
would be pretty
much of his
fucking funny if
time.
it was.
But maybe that was what he wanted. I just hoped he was finding enough time for Izzy, too.
I do feel like in the last couple years, like the indie game dev space has like blossomed and flourished, and it's been really nice to see.
My second day in Bellariva dawned bright and clear. Another beautiful sunny morning. Walking into town, I passed cafes overflowing with customers cradling their morning coffees. I stopped, breathing in the smell of roasted coffee beans and freshly baked pastries. I was about to go inside when the owner of Carmen's, the cafe next door, stopped me.
Hello, Maria? Were you here yesterday handing out flyers? I have a job for you.
Her place was petite, tucked between its competitors as if hoping they wouldn't notice. Judging by the empty tables inside, though, her potential customers hadn't noticed it either.
It's a bit slow today, but we're just getting started. I'm sure it'll pick up soon.
As Carmen chatted, she walked over to the counter and returned with an old rotary phone.
At least I've got plenty of time to practice my recipe for the festival. It's a new special I've been working on. I was hoping to call my sister for some, seasoning tips, but it won't connect. Can you see if you can figure out what's wrong?
And strawberries and cream. Ooh. Sounds really good. I had a white nectarine this morning.
Obviously, we'd normally be much busier than this.
I think we're getting into like the tail end of strawberry season, so there's not as many strawberries to get. We're getting more into like the peach season. Adorable rubber duck and pool game. Ooh! I do like adorable rubber ducks. Like marbles with rubber ducks. Amazing. Incredible.
You can fix it, can't you? I can't afford to replace it.
Oh, the little bell thing is broken. Cerulean blueberry season out? Oh. Hopefully the blueberries are actually good. I always find it's such like a hit or miss with blueberries sometimes, and it always makes me sad. Because when I have good blueberries, they're like so good. But I feel like lately it's been all soured one. Has integration too. Oh, interesting. Strawberry season just started here. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think we're in the tail end of it because our strawberry season is a bit more in the spring. Very gross as apparently turns the grapes to plasmas. It makes you incredibly sick. I don't think I've ever thought about microwaving grapes. But I guess good to know. Why would you
Looks
microwave
like
grapes?
this new circuit board is all hooked up.
I have so many questions. Also, yeah, Zara, this girl's all being the same. So unrealistic.
Still a few parts missing.
I'm just trying to move it around. Wait, no. Shit. There we go. Oh, I gotta screw the bottom one. Got it.
I think if
So when reheating a grape pastry? Maybe? I saw people were advertising against it, like one of those summer reading posts. I think the person who did it had them on a plate with something you should reheat. Ah, okay. That makes a lot more sense. Like having them on the same plate as opposed to like just taking a bunch out of a bag and just fucking putting them in the microwave.
When I handed the phone back to Carmen, she seemed almost reluctant to take it from me.
So it's all working now, is it? I don't have to leave it to dry or let it cool down?
Nope, it's ready to go. It'll be ringing off the hook in no time.
That's if I can pay my phone bill, anyway. And the rent, and the suppliers. Anyway, take a seat and I'll be right with you. Your coffee's on the house.
I sat at one of the empty tables, while at the counter,
Oh boy,
Carmen
I
had
love
started
those.
dialing the phone.
Hang up. Oh god.
As she talked,
Oops.
Carmen became more and more tense. I sat at one of the empty tables.
I like that we
while
can
at the
go
counter,
back when I
Carmen had
accidentally
started dialing the phone.
press forward.
Hello? How's my favourite sister doing today?
As she talked, Carmen became more and more tense. This didn't seem like a call for some cooking advice.
I know I still owe you from last time, but I can't afford to take part in the festival if I don't pay.
I could almost feel the eye roll at the other end of the line.
You don't need to be here, though. Can't you just put the check in the post?
When the call ended, Carmen brought me my coffee, her hands trembling.
Have you ever seen any
Sorry about that.
people keep smiling at
My
you
sister's
thumbnail?
decided to fly in for a visit.
That Outlast
Oh,
thumbnail?
God, I have to get ready. Actually, I might have another job for you. Can you come by tomorrow?
Yes, sadly. Listen, it's fine. It's just a game thumbnail. He's not real.
The next day, I'd promised Carmen I'd return to help her get the cafe ready for her sister's arrival. I was about to set out when I received an unexpected call from my hotel's reception desk. Apparently, another guest had asked for me by name. Curious, I took the creaking elevator up
Are you
to
gonna
the
do any
top
more
floor
horror games with
and
Tori,
made
or
my way
just
to the room number
that one?
they'd given. I knocked.
Are you here about the camera? It's about time.
The woman in front of me was immaculate. Not a hair out of place or a crease to be seen.
My sister tells me you know how to fix things. I'd usually go to an expert, of course, but in this town...
So this was Carmen's sister? The two of them couldn't have been more different. Inside her room, I
Need
saw
some
a
more
beautiful
goals with that
reflex
incentive.
camera.
No,
Any
on your
professional
arms still hasn't
photographer's
gone
dream.
down. Oh no.
The viewfinder is completely dark. I can't see anything through it at all. I assume you can figure out what's wrong.
I'm glad that. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to rotate it. Over on the side. Also, the other unrealistic part of this is the fact that the
I don't
screws
suppose
aren't
you've fixed anything this valuable before.
fucking tiny. They're like normal size screws. Go towards though, because your mind is far too imaginative, but the game is very not hidden, like it sets up for every RPG. This is a trap sense. I love watching horror games for some reason. I don't know how many playthroughs of the Mortuary's Assistant that I watched. I watched so many. They aren't propriety screws, right? How are you doing today, Sander?
If I use the screwdriver, I could adjust the angle of the mirror.
Okay, there we go.
Perfect. Now the viewfinder should be working.
It was... no. Shit, I forgot how it goes back together. I feel like I found it entertaining being yourself. Costs far too much when you're in fight or flight for your liking. It happens. It's fine. Oh wait. I put the film in.
Looks like there's still a screw missing.
I think there's a couple screws
The
missing.
screws still need to be put back.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Excuse me. I'm thinking there's one that needs to go into the bottom of it, but the bottom screw hole place is for when you mount the camera on a tripod. To catch my reading and such. Yeah, no worries,
I felt a
Mittori.
pang of envy
Thank
as
you
I
for that
handed the
raid
camera
again.
to Helena.
Congrats
I
on
put my
the
disposable to shame.
VTuber debut. I hope everything went well with that, and we'll see you later. Also, I was too busy playing the game earlier, but make sure you give Mittori a follow. Streams Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And like we've been discussing, currently playing through Outlast. So, that'll be fun.
I picked it up on my first trip to Paris. It's a 1958
Yeah, go take care of yourself.
limited edition, the first of its kind. It cost me 3 months' salary, but it was worth it.
I had no idea what
Twitch
3
and
months
exceeding
salary
is
meant to
God of War
Helena, but I
Ragnarok.
was pretty sure it was more than
Yeah.
I could afford.
Can't you tell the stylistic similarities?
It was strange, really, that we were even staying in the same hotel. I'd picked this place because it was cheap and cheerful, but surely she could afford somewhere better? She took some test shots, fiddling with the camera settings until she was absolutely satisfied.
This work is immaculate. At least there's one person in this town who knows what they're doing.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Sending you to me might be the first thing Carmen's actually gotten right.
I wondered why Helena had bothered coming if she thought so little of her sister.
Sandra, have you checked out the Tiny Glade demo?
I hear nothing from her for weeks, and then when she finally does call me, all she wants is money. If she thinks I'm lending her another penny, she'll have to convince me it's not a total waste of time.
That didn't sound good. If Hurricane Helena was about to hit, I hoped Carmen was ready.
I like the music and the audio design in this game.
The sun was setting over Bellariva by the time I reached Carmen's cafe. From the outside, it looked as quiet as ever, but inside, I found Carmen cleaning like her life depended on it.
Maria! Oh, don't mind all of this. If Helena finds one speck of dust in here, I'll never hear the end of it.
You did with my commands on. Oh, really? Anything in particular?
Carmen seemed pleased to see me, but I sensed the fidgeting tension beneath each sweep of her mop. Trying to live up to the standards of someone like Helena seemed like an impossible task.
I hope you didn't mind fixing the camera for her. She was furious.
Has been
when it
how
broke.
limited the demo? Yeah.
I really need this to go well.
I
If she doesn't lend me the money, I don't know how long I can keep this place going.
when I was on Steam and I was looking through just like the discussion portion of Tiny Glade, I know people were complaining about like how limited the starting area was, which I get. But I know I think once the actual game's out, I can definitely see myself spending so long in there just like making
Carmen led
castles
me to a
and
back
a little
room, where she
village
laid out the
and all
components
that
of
over
what
and over and
looked
over
like
again.
A neon sign.
I had this
With
made
the options,
when I
yeah.
first opened the
No, that's
cafe,
fair.
but I'm hopeless with electronics.
So there was supposed to be a sign outside. This might explain the lack of customers.
It did take me a bit to figure out some of the controls in it, like with the fences and then the like round buildings and stuff, because you can
I'd
change
like
like
to put it up before
the
Helena
width
gets here.
and how tall they are.
Can you give it a try?
I guess too, what'll like matter for it as well is like the price for it, in a way. The full game looks adorable. Yeah, the full game looks really good. Are some other releases alongside anything more important? Yeah, yeah. Absolutely fair. Oh, okay. I guess I didn't realize that I had to glue stuff there. It's fine. I know they said Q3 of this year, I think, for it. Hey, Franco. Was work a bitch today? Good news, bad news? Oh god. Yeah, the time off for Dawn Trail. With the suit and that's why. Yeah, yeah.
Flat. Maybe if it flashes, it'll really catch people's eye.
Great idea. I think I have a spare part that could do that.
The bad news is you're getting a wisdom tooth removed the day before? Oh no. Oh no. Listen, it's fine. Did you know you were having to get a wisdom tooth removed, or is this like a very sudden sort of thing? Found out today that that's just— oh, gotcha. Ugh. Oops. Okay, yeah. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. I guess Better to get it out sooner than later. Is it a top or bottom wisdom tooth? Take your mind off the cues, you guys. Yeah. Yeah. Top right. Oh, gotcha.
It still needs something else. Maybe we can add one of these.
When I got my wisdom teeth out, I had to get them out. The top at a time and then the bottom at the time. Pretty much just funny because you're like, let's go right now. You can't live for 3 days? Yeah, no. It's I get why, but it's also kind of funny that, like, you know, you're just getting a tooth removed. So it's like, well, you can't really do any, you know, heavy lifting or things like that. But yeah, the timing of it all. Would you have originally been able to get the time off for Doncho? Or did the wisdom teeth come in clutch to get the time off? Or I guess getting the extra time off? And I have a legit reason. Gotcha. Fair enough.
It works! I'll screw everything together again and you'll be set. The sign fixed, we headed outside and mounted it carefully over the cafe door.
Am I repairing stuff? Yes, I am repairing stuff. So this is called Assemble with Care, and we're following Maria as she comes to this town. And so far we've helped a little girl with a broken cassette and broken cassette tape that had a lullaby that her mom sang to her when she was little. We helped her father, who had a broken statue that his father gave him to take care of, but his daughter accidentally broke it and furthered his push of being the disappointment of the family, even though he's the mayor of this town. We helped Carmen with her broken phone so she can call up her sister to ask for more money. We helped her sister to fix her broken camera. And then we helped Carmen with her broken sign. Secret chat, Sander. I remembered that Carmen's had a ice cream, so I put the ice cream on it. Very small town. Very small town. And everybody but us is British.
That's perfect, Maria. It looks just how I imagined it. When I had this sign made, it all seemed so
Her 3-month salary limited edition camera from like 1954 that she got from Paris.
The smile froze on her face as she spotted something over my shoulder. I turned to see.
Of course, my sister owns the only cafe in this entire town that isn't actually open.
For better or worse, Helena had arrived. Carmen opened her mouth to explain, but Helena swept indifferently past her. Finally pausing in the doorway, she turned back towards Carmen.
The first thing we're doing is getting rid of that hideous sign.
Hey, we just fixed that.
And with that, she disappeared inside. I hoped Carmen's chances of saving the cafe hadn't disappeared with her.
I can't believe that.
It was the day before the festival, and the whole town was busy getting ready. I had more work than I knew what to do with. When Joseph called with another job, I was craving the cool quiet of his and Izzy's seafront house. I'd barely reached their front door when I heard someone calling me.
Psst, Maria, I need your help. Quickly, it's top secret.
Yeah, we're just chilling out with this game
It was
first, and we'll
Izzy,
go into Final
peeking
Fantasy
out from
XIV
the side
later.
of the house. She beckoned for me to follow her. She led me through to a beautiful, unruly garden overflowing with flowers of every color. Nestled among them was a playhouse, its doorway almost completely
Kind of
obscured by a
fancy to rich
towering
clientele those are
rose bush.
this whole town, right? The rich clientele that can buy out this entire town.
You have to squeeze past it and breathe in real small, like this.
Izzy took in a big gulp of air and crawled through the gap and into the playhouse. I hadn't planned on crawling in the dirt today, but the life of a repairwoman never did run smooth. On the table inside, there was an electronic toy. Not exactly the usual stock in my parents' antique shop.
I had an accident. I didn't do it on purpose or anything, but it won't turn on anymore. Can you fix it for me?
Oh, Jesus. Please, I just want to rotate a certain direction. Putting in anything. That. Okay. I was confused for a second why there were two music ones, but I see now. I don't remember if I did that the correct way. It's fine. Right, that's the screen. Got it. I will say, the one thing about this game is sometimes the controls are not friendly. Put the new one in. Does this actually matter which way it goes? Yeah, it does matter. Got it.
Do grown-ups play games as well?
Pop and play Yokoi.
Can you show me how to play?
Oh
I've
god.
tried before, but
Game
it's so
Boy, that's a
hard.
thick boy. It's true. It is very, very thick. It's like, you know how, what's that one the one kids toy brand, like the Tykes, I think it is? Or like Play School, where they have the, like, big chunky version of, like, I don't want to say like adult things, but, you know, like a phone, but like in a big chunky version for babies and toddlers to have. That's what this feels like. The two-thumb game I'm playing with the mouse, it's true. Is that Choo Choo? Nailed it.
Her toy fixed, I watched Izzy retreat into its screen, taking refuge in a 3-inch world of her own.
Same. That's me growing up.
Well, I'd better head inside. Your dad is waiting for me.
Please don't tell him about the game. He'll think I broke it on purpose.
Why would he think that?
Because, well, I kind of dropped it really hard at the wall.
Izzy looked down, scuffing her shoes on the worn floor of the playhouse.
My dad said I have to go to this stupid festival tomorrow and put on a stupid dress, and I don't want to. All he cares about is working. He never wants to see me unless it's for his job. I'm not going. He can't make me.
With that, Izzy dove back through the rosebush and disappeared into the wilds of the garden. She was so young. She couldn't be expected to see that her dad was struggling too. It made me think, had I really tried hard enough to understand my parents' point of view? I was so focused on the adventures ahead of me. Maybe I didn't care enough about leaving them behind. Leaving Izzy hiding in the garden, I walked around to the front of the house and rang the doorbell.
I like whoever is voicing this too.
It was
a very
only
nice
then I
voice.
noticed my favorite overalls covered in grass stains. I scrubbed desperately, but it was too late.
Maria, what are you doing? What happened to your clothes?
I was, repairing a lawnmower.
How unusual. Well, do come in. The job I've got for you is a little more delicate.
Totally embarrassed, I walked into an orderly room filled with papers and ledgers. So this was his office. You must be so busy getting ready for the festival. Are you looking forward to it?
Of course. It's traditional for the mayor to judge food from every cafe and restaurant in town. I'll be declaring the best chef in Bella Riva by this time tomorrow. Speaking of which...
He unclipped the watch from his wrist and very carefully handed it to me.
I'll have a tight schedule to follow, but my watch stopped working a while ago. Could you see if you can make it tick again?
The watch is not working. Like, the fucking glass is broken. What did you expect, dude? Like, I don't... What? Sometimes I really... The watch also meant wall, right? I'm watching, but who watches the watches? Okay, good. I was worried.
Ah, the main plate has completely cracked. I'll need to replace it.
I'm gonna say.
The cogs look good though. If I'm careful, I can reuse those.
I was worried I'd have to replace all of these, but guess what I gotta do? Gotta replace them all anyway. Oh, God. Oh. You know what game I'm excited for? The, Goblin Tinkerer game. I guess. Oh yeah, I guess that's, don't need that for anything. Um... Oh, here we go. There we go.
Are you sure it will all fit back together? I've not gone a day without this watch since my wife gave it to me.
Oh wait. I gotta put the screws back. I've been thinking of re-downloading Elden Ring. Is everybody hyping up for the DLC, even though I'm not gonna get the DLC and play it? But everybody else getting, what? Elden Ring? For the DLC? I'm not getting the DLC, but, everybody talking about it and playing it again is making me want to re-download it and play it. Or try playing it again. New Zealandale. I got as far as beating Radon. And then I was going to go into the thing, to go get the Mimic, but I just never did. Don't do it as a trick? What? Playing Elden Ring?
As I handed the watch back to Joseph, my fingers traced over the engraving on the back. I hoped fixing this
Why
was
is
one
Elden Ring a
small way
trick?
I could help him move forward.
I can't believe it's working, Maria. Thank you. My wife was a brilliant woman. Feeling this ticking on my wrist, it makes me feel like she's still here.
I had like a weird amalgamation build going, and I wasn't enjoying it all that much, which is part of why I kind of stopped. I really wanted to try like a magic build in it. But I never got around to doing it. Because I kept telling myself that I was going to respec it. Like, respec my characters so I wouldn't have to go through and beat everything again. I think I have one of the, what is it, the silver tiers? Because it's not fun. I mean, I enjoyed Elden Ring, though, is the thing. But I stopped because there was other games going out. I feel like it's fun, it's not fun. I mean, it's up to everybody's own personal interpretation and enjoyment of the game. Some people like it, some people aren't.
Watches measure minutes and hours like they're infinite. I didn't know we had so little time.
Because I was watching Cyrus play it too,
Even
and
with
he was
Isabel,
doing a magic build.
I barely
And
see
Franco,
her.
you're doing
And
another
when I do, she acts
playthrough
like
as a
she
magic
hates
build too, right? It just looked a lot more enjoyable, a lot more fun than what I had before. Because the one that I was going with was the Enjoy Somebody Shows Leap of Faith. I think Leap of Faith isn't bad. You throw rocks at people, same. Except IRL. I started off as the like priest class or whatever, to where you get the acorns. Listen, the acorns and pine cones or something else, okay? Where you get like where you get like the dragon spells and stuff, and like the black flame, which was okay, but like I said, I think I was just not necessarily building it wrong, but up to 30+ hours because we weren't having fun. Yeah, I mean, if you're not having fun, then you don't have to play it. But, you know, I think I had 60 to 80 hours in it, and I just had life getting in the way and other games, and I think at that point, too, I was starting to get into I was doing Skyrim. I was back into Skyrim, so I was also playing that a bunch, and then eventually 14 came into my life.
Just then, the phone rang. Even when he was at home, his work was never done.
Sorry, Maria. I have to take this. I'll see you at the festival tomorrow.
As I left, I turned and saw him pacing the floor of his office, his watch glinting in the afternoon sun. I hoped its quiet ticking would at least bring him some peace.
I keep seeing
during the busy
Elden Ring
days to
videos
come.
on Instagram now, though. Like, I don't know where it is in the game. There's this one guy that you attack from, like, a high up, or you can, but then he, like, teleports behind you and then absolutely wrecks you. And it's been really funny watching people's videos about that.
When my last job of the day brought me to
Spooky.
Carmen's apartment,
I don't
the door
remember
was
him.
opened by someone I didn't expect to see.
From, like, other people's
Elena.
playthroughs? I genuinely do not remember him. Like, I couldn't tell you where he is, what else he does.
Sorry for inflicting this mess on you. Carmen's never seen a knick-knack she doesn't want to buy, apparently.
Carmen's apartment was a little chaotic, but totally charming. It was easy to imagine her living in a place like this. It definitely wasn't Helena's style. She seemed more upmarket than flea market. I wondered why she was even here.
We're having a clear-out, or at least I am. Carmen's not helping, as usual. There's a market at the festival tomorrow. I'm selling some of these things to make her some money.
I kind of get where Helena's coming from, but I think I'd be fucking pissed if a family member came into my apartment or wherever and was like, yeah, I'm gonna start selling your shit. Because your life is in
Says
shambles.
she has nothing when there's all this stuff right under her nose.
Helena stepped delicately past the items on the floor and reached down to pick up one from the pile.
Look at this slide projector. Our parents treasured it, but Carmen treats it like a piece of junk. Can you take a look?
That light bulb is completely smashed. Okay, I'll need to redirect the light to the lens at the top for the projector to work.
The thing is tiny. Yeah, this is pretty small. We have a family friend who every year would do, wait, let's go this way. Wait. Jeez. But every year he would do like a slideshow on a projector of like everybody over the years. From like, you know, baby photos and vacations and stuff. It's always cool to see. Because I feel like for some of us, those are some of like our only
Typical.
baby
Carmen's
pictures.
even managed to get a slide stuck in here.
From like my first birthday party, you know, some other people's birthday parties and stuff. Do understand somewhere for the book? Yeah. Yes, please. I have a sticky note to remind myself to not turn it in. Because I have been using Wondrous Tales to level up my paladin. So I had to make myself a reminder because I will forget and I will make an attempt to turn it in and then I'll fuck everything up. Honestly, what I need to do is once I fill it out, I need to remove the Wondrous Tales from my, I have it on one of my bars. So I might just remove it. So then I won't see it to be like, oh, I need to go and do that. Hi, Max. So I'm shuffle, but then you're like, wait, might need those points for a retry? Yeah. I know Brady told me to not,
Still a few parts missing.
to not use the points for anything. Which I was like, that's fine. I get the points for the week of the 20th too? Yeah, yeah. I am... For 2 books in the same week as we're... Yeah. But did I just, like, put it in the wrong spot? Yeah, okay. Then why are there 2 things for that? That's so weird. So there will be 81 to start Zot spam. I need to do that with my paladin, currently. I need to start spamming dungeons so I can get it to 90. I used to do stuff on food to farm points from it. Honestly. I think I don't have any more free points for things.
I was so excited when I moved to the city. Carmen, she looks so sad.
Honestly, all you need to do, Franco, is we just gotta get medic.
There's a clicker you'll need to attach. God knows how Carmen broke that as well.
You need to do stuff with Ratchet if you can put all the fixture hotbars. Can't you just copy them over? You could, but you're stupid. You're not stupid. Don't say that you're stupid. Oh, dear lord. I should probably screw this in. Hey, Medic. I was gonna say, if Medic has free time, we can use Medic
Still a few
for
parts
free
missing.
first time points. Because Medic still needs to go through a bunch of stuff. How are you doing, Medic?
Looks like there's still a screw missing.
So can you do the following: 1 Striking Tree hard, 2 Labyrinth of the Ancients, 3 Garuda hard, 4 Titan hard, 5 Halotali, 6 Orin Bale. Hardaway also has a bunch of stuff if you need. I'm good. I have all my points. Yeah, and once you do Labyrinth of the Ancients, then you're gonna need Circus Tower and then World of Darkness as well.
When we were younger, Carmen was always following me around.
Is your first time points for all? Yeah.
Those screws still need to be put back.
I've only more recently done. And after Titan Hard, you can do them in Extreme. Yeah.
I suppose she looked up to me. A cool
Thank you for that
older
follow.
sister.
Appreciate it.
She used to ask me when I was coming home, but I was always too busy.
Yeah, we could take Medic into the Extremes and farm mounts for her. And she can do none of the work. I actually got first time points yesterday for a Praetorium run. It was very strange to me.
Helena was transfixed, staring at the two young sisters the projector had brought glaringly into focus.
Also, I need to complain about that run for a second. I was tanking it because I was trying to bolster my paladin. And the fucking healer was a mentor, and sprinting constantly would... When we would get out of cutscenes, they were already, like, in the area for the next cutscene. And then for the final boss, when you fight Gaius, we were already in... We were in the cutscenes, like me and the other DPS. And not even before the cutscenes ended, we got the notification that the final zone thingy was entered, and we had 15 seconds to get in there before it closed off. And then it closed off. You know, the 15 seconds had passed, and then probably after another few seconds, we all finally get out of the cutscenes, and the healer is in there already at, like, maybe 40% health. And I was like, what the fucking... what's the point of that? Why? Why would you do this? Like, that's... I know it's... Is this a tanking story? Yeah. Yeah, the healer, I guess Max was explaining it to me, did, like, the cheaty thing in Praetorium, where you log out and then log back in to avoid the cutscenes. Oh, the healer was at 40% HP, because they were the only one, like, not in the cutscene. It's because everybody else, was sitting there watching the cutscene. Let them die. Oh yeah, I mean, I wasn't concerned. I was like, I'll get there when I get there. It's not my problem. Like, if you're gonna do that shit, then you're gonna have to deal with the consequences, you know? Like, if it was a case of them running ahead and just pulling things and, like, all that stuff towards me to take it, then, you know, that's one thing. But no, they were actively, like, trying to skip through everything as quick as they possibly can. But yeah, I was just sitting there. I'm like, okay, I guess we'll like I said, we'll get there when we get there. You know, it's not my problem or my fault that you're trying to skip through these cutscenes to get out of it. Like, you're the one that, like, since that saves like 3 minutes on the cutscenes. I just, like, I get it, but also you're still just gonna be sitting around. You're still just gonna be sitting around waiting for everybody else to finish off their cutscenes. Like, I don't get it. Like, I mean, I guess maybe because I don't mind sitting in the cutscenes because I'm usually off doing something else. But when you're the only one sitting there, and then you, like I said, then you go into the boss room. The bad part is doing that with the first timer. Oh yeah, there was a first timer in this party. I don't know if they were like a legit first timer or if they were like on an alt or something. Because yeah, that was the one that I got my first time points on for Wondrous Tales. Cause yeah, like you're not relogging to skip cutscenes. Forget that, honestly. Cause like, you know, when you have to get into the Magitech mech thing, they sprinted to get to there, and then they were so far ahead that they were at the arm part, like with the arms that come out of the wall, before the other DPS were even remotely close to the area. Either that or they were a returner never did the new print. Oh, maybe. Maybe Sander. It could have been it. I don't know. Either way, I got first time points on it, and then we had the mentor healer. Should have free time tonight after you goes to bed? Nice. Try and grab some people to help you, medic.
I never meant to let her down.
But you haven't, have you? You came all this way just to help with the cafe. Plus,
But yeah, I was just getting so annoyed with them.
That's the problem. There is no money. I lost my job a few months ago. My savings are almost gone. I have nothing.
I hate someone yelling at you what to do. That can be arranged.
Common things, I'll throw my checkbook at her bad decisions and make them okay. But I can't. Not this time.
We could also all hop into a voice call too, medic, and like talk things through and explain things to you if you wanted. If you feel comfortable doing that.
You know, the funny thing is, I came here wanting to tell her the truth. But she's so infuriating. How can I ask her for help when all she cares about is herself?
Helena fell silent, shrinking under the gaze of her younger self, projected.
You want to yell at medic? Don't yell at medic,
So far
Iggy.
apart when I moved away. It felt like the only thing keeping
Medic's
us
got a
together was my
whole bunch of stuff to
parents.
do.
I know I have to tell her
You
the
yell with
truth.
love.
Isn't fair. But I already lost everything else. What if I lose her too?
Iggy's the last person you want yelling at people, or me? Iggy, I did my first SOS run as a tank the other day. Let's say, hey, those ads and don't stand right in front of the Pokepart. Can you say both? Yeah. Did I tank LB? I did! I did tank LB. Was I on the cusp of being too early for tank LBing? Potentially. Did we die? No. So I'll take it. But now I at least kind of have a frame of reference. Like, it's like an early time. You know what? I did my first run on SOS, Seed of Sacrifice as main tank. Take a latency would fix the issue. Nope.
The day of the festival finally came, and after all my hard work, I was ready to put down my tools and pick up a fork.
Just wait for the prompt they give
The
you.
smell
Oh, they give
as
you a
I entered
prompt.
The main square was incredible.
I was just too panicked.
Each stall was selling food even more delicious than the last. The competition would start any minute. Most stall holders
It's
were
a
waiting
prop,
anxiously
yeah.
for the mayor to pay them a visit.
I guess, I don't know. You kinda just wing it, yeah.
All of them, that was, except Carmen, who was still frantically chopping vegetables and stirring pots.
Maria! Thank God you're here. Can I ask you the world's biggest
To
favour?
level 4, fill and count to 3. I mean, it's a solid thing. It's under limits on whether the upcoming assault is in the middle of the screen. Oh, gotcha. You wait for the salvation line. Fair, fair.
Helena was supposed to help me run the stall today, but she never turned up. Probably too ashamed to show her face. I can't believe she lied to
Salvation.
me.
Carmen was stirring so furiously, she was in danger of tipping the pot over altogether.
The mayor will be here any minute for the judging, but I'm almost out of my special.
She wasn't really going to ask me, was she? Not on my day
Team
off.
for that? No.
I have a stove ready to build and everything. Can you set it up and make me a spare batch?
Oh dear God. Okay. You say you want spore for the road? No. Okay. We got this. And then we got that. You see how it is? It's true. I'm terrible and mean and awful. It's true. Oh, here we go. Ten levels, you get to do it again too.
It all fits.
With Panda, right?
Now to light the gas.
Hey, Dova. This is called Assemble with Care. We are basically the final days. Oh, final day. Okay, yeah. This is so stressful right now. There's gonna be a gas leak. Okay, guess I can't use that one. I'm so confused. Yeah, it's Assemble with Care. We are currently repairing various things in this town and finding out people's stories. Like how a little girl feels like her dad doesn't pay enough attention to her because he's so focused on trying to be the best mayor and not a failure after losing his wife. And the two sisters, Carmen and Helena, whose lives are both in shambles and trying to reconnect as sisters. And currently we're helping Carmen put this gas kerosene stove thing, I guess, together so she can make a wild veggie soup to win the festival that's going on. Camping stove? I mean, is it still like a kerosene stove type of thing? Yeah, it is a camping stove. I might be too... Propane most likely? Ah, fair. Yeah, propane. Butane or propane? Yeah, I know my dad has like the little green canisters of stuff. Okay, there's nothing actually on the back side of this. Oh, there we go. Good if you don't have a gas stove and need one. Yeah. We, We have an electric stove at home, but my dad does a lot of stuff outside. I like the dynamic of the soup kind of rolling around. Also, hi Wolfie. I can't seem to figure out how to light this. First light then pan? I mean, that would make sense, but I mean... Ah, yeah, there we go.
I think that pot is really boiling now. Smells great, if I say so myself. Here
This
are
would
the
make a
ingredients
bit of
the
sense.
partner's given me.
Thanks, Wolfie.
Add first.
Oh, dear lord. Okay, 1 pint of stock. A quarter stick of something. Butter, maybe? Half carrot, 2 broccoli florets, handful of chopped tomatoes, 3 wild mushrooms, plenty of something. Get that broccoli out. I'm not a fan of broccoli either. One.
That looks good. I'll scoop a spoonful when I'm ready to serve.
2. Good thing it means more for you. It's true. Okay, but when it says 3 wild mushrooms, do they mean like 3 whole wild mushrooms? So it would be 2 of them? Or or do they mean 3 cut in half? I'm so confused. Why am I repairing soup? Does it need to be fixed? I don't know if that means onions or not. Maybe it's 2 whole and 2 halves, but they're all halves, I thought. Unless, did I not? Yeah, they're all halves. This is what stops the game. Unclear instructions. Do they want the equivalent of 3 whole ones, or do they want the equivalent of just the 3 halves? game, please. Look at the Instagram recipe. I don't have the time to scroll through the blog, Franco. Or first I have to go to the link in their bio, and then I've got to go through their link tree and find which one is their blog. I have to scroll to find the actual recipe. Streamer, I don't read. It's true, I don't read. Just put things in. No! We can't ruin this for Carmen. Curse me and my overthinking. I put 3 in already. So do I just put three more in, or do we just leave it at the 3 halves? Basically balance. We're in a chain. I don't know what to do. Also, I don't know if that means onions or not. Also, I don't know if you can actually, like, fail this per se. I don't know what to do. This is too stressful. Do I put in 3 more mushroom halves or not? Let's take a spoon to test it now. I could. No! It ended it! One weakness, slightly vague instructions. You don't know about it, Franco. I hate slightly vague instructions. We didn't put any onions in either. What if we just failed this entire thing?
My part done, Carmen took over and added the finishing touches. It was just in time, and a
can
moment
go.
later, Joseph arrived with Izzy in tow. Carmen anxiously handed them both a serving.
What if we just fucked up this entire thing for Carmen?
That was so tasty. Can I have some more, please?
You know how, there's that, like, meme or whatever about, like, with quality assurance and stuff, like, quality testing for games, or just, like, QA testing in general, and how people assume, or, like, devs, or even just, like, in general life, like, devs and creators and stuff, assume that they're people, that are, like, trying the products and stuff know automatically how to do things. They don't have to go in, like, extreme detail and explanation and stuff. I'm that one person who's like, but wait, what about this situation? We tested live. Honestly.
Well, you've certainly earned yourself a loyal
I'm
customer.
that person
in my
that's
daughter.
like, wait.
We have a few more meals to
But what
taste.
about this?
So far, you are one of the best. Good luck.
Iggy, last summer, we got a card game for, like, my parents and I to play when we went to the cabin for that week. And I was reading the instructions to see, you know, how to play the game, you know, with, like, basic stuff. And there was a situation that came up while we were playing, and I was like, well, what do we do? Like, there's no contingency plan in the instructions on what you're supposed to do in this situation. How are we supposed to play the game now? Was a portal when you had to place a portal to prevent a death at a story moment? It doesn't matter what button you press, you shoot the correct color portal, because you know people would panic. called Board Game Geek. Is that like a collection of explanation of rules of various games? Franco, I would be that person. I would panic so badly. Not know if I was gonna shoot the correct color. Basically, I actually saw a game dev actually say they prefer testing on the production server. So there's everything, board games, including rules, Q&A. Oh, I wish I knew about that. Because the amount of panicking that I had in this one simple card game that we were playing. Because I didn't know what we were supposed to do. And there was no instructions in like the booklet that came with it.
Joseph and Izzy looked so happy together. Maybe the festival was doing them some good after all. Carmen, on the other hand, seemed annoyed. But why, when it had all gone so well?
I wish Helena was here to see this. She's so convinced I'll never succeed at anything.
Also, it's kind of shocking I actually made it through all 3 of the Mass Effect games like this.
She wants what's best for you. She's just not very tactful about it.
Yes, I know. Even when I was a kid, she pushed me when no one else did. I just wish she hadn't lied to me. But then, I've asked so much of her over the years. I never stopped.
That's because I mean, the pause button. You're not wrong. I could pause and I could stop and think and ask questions and mission where outcome decides who lives and who dies, making soup. That'd be my worst nightmare, Franco. You put the ingredients in the wrong order and fucking Morden dies because the Solarian body can't handle uncooked food or some shit like that.
The festival finished. I only had one day left before I had to catch my train and leave Bella Riva
He's
behind.
allergic to onions. It's okay, I didn't actually add onions to that soup, so we're good.
So, that evening, I made my way to the cafe. It was unrecognizable. She'd done it.
Kill Garrett. No,
Best
not Garrus!
food in Bella Riva. Half the town was outside waiting to see what the fuss was about.
Maria, my favorite sous chef. Come on through.
It was Carmen, acting every inch the successful cafe owner she deserved to be. Even Helena was there, serving the coffees. This was the last place I expected to see her after yesterday's drama. Carmen led me through to a balcony upstairs, where she brought out an old record player.
I found out where Helena was on the day of the festival. She was selling her camera to clear the cafe's debts. But then she didn't have much left
You
for
want a
herself.
cigarette his way?
So,
We'll be right.
I've
Yeah, no
asked her
worries,
to come and
medic.
stay with
Have
me for a
fun.
while. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Hopefully it's not too hot there. It's 91 here today, which is actually cooler than it's been the last couple days. But hopefully y'all have a nice time and Jakey enjoys riding his bike.
I wanted to give her this to cheer her up. We listened to it all the time when we were kids.
85 in Overcast. That's not too bad. It was kind of breezy this morning, so it was nice when I took Finn out.
Do you think it has one last tune in it?
Okay, let's see what happens when we turn this on. The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring. The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring.
No one human here. You get 3 hours of thunderstorms from 4 to 7 a.m. Your sleep sucked. I sleep a lot better in thunderstorms.
Here's the problem. This wiring isn't connected properly.
We haven't had rain for a while now, I think. Maybe not like a while, but like a couple weeks at least.
If I turn the volume up, I should be able to hear it now. The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring.
Oh, there's the other one. I didn't see that connection bit.
I think that should do it. This record should play beautifully.
Oops. Ah. Oh, shit. Here we go.
It's spinning the wrong way. How can I get it to play in the right direction? What must be to do with the motor? Let's see if one of these spares can actually.
I was not expecting that. Really fucking funny. Issue of the UK being a heat wave on Twitter. I see so much of that, Max, and it makes me so sad because people don't like understand wait. U5 7W. Here we go. That like how y'all's whole setup and situation in the UK is vastly different than like the US. And like when we get heat waves and how we deal with it. The hotter, but we're not. Our houses are built to trap heat. We have no proper stability. No, exactly. Exactly. And it's not like there's that many places for you to be able to get like anything in regards to that there. And it's only getting like worse every year.
Well, it's playing in the right direction. I should check it's turning.
It's fucking- That's what you have balls is on for trebuchets, yeah.
What will remain of the smiles? The ones
My heart that day. Surely want to know.
That's me. It's really funny.
Where did you go? Why'd you leave?
It's like watching an Instagram video.
Nothing to win or to lose.
Song record for the high pitched shit, yeah.
Our love was born.
The smiles. The one
The record player's crackling tune must have caught Helena's ear, as she appeared a few moments later.
Is that my old record player? I can't believe you've kept it all these years, Carmen.
surely want to know.
Leaning over the music, they looked just like the young sisters the slide projector had preserved all these years, inseparable once again. Carmen told me about your camera. That was a really generous thing to do.
I loved that camera, but I love my sister more. Now it's her time to be the person she wants to be. I'm going to stay here with her for a while. Make up for lost time.
Carmen and Helena's relationship wasn't suddenly going to be perfect, but they were both prepared to try. And to think, it had all started because of a call Carmen made about some seasoning tips. I guess in the end, maybe it wasn't so hard to just pick up the phone and dial. I hadn't spoken to my own parents in a year. I wanted to hear their voices more than anything. But the silence between us was so cavernous. I didn't know how I'd ever find the words to bridge it.
Also, Max, that's just Nightcore. Fucking get it right.
My final morning in Bella Riva, I received one last call out to Joseph and Izzy's house. I knew I had to pack.
That calls it
but
something
I
else.
figured
Really.
I
I think
could
it's
squeeze
just
in one
TikTok
final job
version.
before I had to leave.
Get this right. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the
When
Snorlax
I
Thumper to
arrived,
begin
I
with.
found Joseph tidying up his wilderness of a garden. The playhouse was already cleared. Inside, I could see Izzy happily testing out her screw-driving skills on the back of her cassette deck.
You've made quite the impression. Izzy, tells me she's going to be a repairwoman like Maria.
I'm sure she could be anything she wanted if she put her mind to it.
She could. She's a brilliant child. Spending the day with her at the festival, I haven't had so much fun in ages. I wanted to give her something before she starts to forget.
Inside, the house was transformed, flooded with light and the sounds of the garden. It felt alive again. This would be my last repair in Bella Riva, but it felt like it was the house that had really been restored.
It's a music box. It used to play beautifully, but now when I wind it up, nothing happens. I'd love for Izzy to hear it sing again. Can you help?
Also, I don't know if anybody cares, but I just remembered. The other day or last week when I did we playing it. I mean playing Dawn Trail High on meds. Maybe. Uh-oh. There we go. You might not need them. I mean, obviously it depends on your own comfort and how you feel. I know when I had my wisdom teeth out, I don't think I took anything on it. Or anything, after I had mine.
Maria, could you add this family picture of us?
It didn't last time, but it was impacted. Yeah. Mine weren't impacted, luckily enough. Maybe not so much this time. Yeah. Yeah, so last week when we did when I did the Omega run, the O12 normal, I went back in my VOD just to check. And that first tank was indeed incorrect and went to the wrong boss. I don't even remember if I took even just regular over-the-counter pain meds for my wisdom teeth removal. I had a interesting experience for mine.
This mechanism is completely broken. I'll need to take it all apart before I can fix it.
For my wisdom teeth removal, I think I was originally supposed to have both the top and the bottom removed at the same time. But it didn't actually end up working out like that. Because they didn't actually, like, knock me out. So they just kind of, like, sedated me. So I, became coherent in the middle of it. And then promptly freaked the fuck out. So they only ended up doing, I can't remember if it was just the top or just the bottom. So that I had to go back in a second time. Some months later, I think. Get the other two out. The local anesthetic, since one was cheaper and two you want to experience the feeling and sound. Not enough sedative. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it worked. I was in high school, Kumiko, so I didn't really get much of an option. My mom dealt with all of that. Because I have a small mouth, and my wisdom teeth were starting to come in and causing problems. So, I honestly don't even know if I had options, I guess. And that's, like, not to fault my mom for not choosing, because I think when she found out, she was highly upset on, like, my behalf. Because she has, like, a phobia of, like, dentists and stuff like that, too. Yeah. Never had a fear or anything? You like having nice teeth? Yeah, I have no problem
I think that's everything back together again.
with
I should play it to make sure.
I have no problem with the dentist or anything like that. Like, it never really bothered me or anything.
My wife used to sing this song
But
to Izzy
that
each
was-
night before bed. But I always went too
yeah.
late to join them.
Because, like, with the... Probably trust the doctors too much. Maybe, yeah. I'm experiencing at least once because you're not playing sports and getting arms or legs broken. You want to know what it's like to get a brush shattered and hear it internally. That's what had me panicking and freaking out, Kumiko. Is because I guess I fell asleep or whatever. And then when I woke up, I guess trigger warning? Hearing the bone saw going or whatever it was as they had to remove it, I started crying.
So much already. I want to be the father my wife wanted me to be.
Hi, Darksea. We're talking about wisdom teeth removal. Right here, your tooth being broken while it's in your mouth. It's a very weird experience.
Working all the time. Izzy needs me more than
For the
that.
talking about not the pain. Yeah, exactly. So, like, I could feel the pressure and everything. Yeah, it's not open up any gums that are covered in the wisdom teeth that might be gross. Yeah. You can leave after you hand over your food. Was that chicken, Darksea? Because your food looked very good.
My daughter comes first. Well, until she gets bored of her stuffy old dad anyway.
Chicken, yeah. It looked very, very good.
You, Dad.
Izzy came running into the room where Joseph scooped her up and onto his shoulders. She gazed at the music box, her eyes shining.
No good
I've
unless
never
you see
seen
the
her look
tooth
so
top.
happy.
Thank you, Maria, for everything. The things you fixed for me. I'm so glad to have them.
Doesn't it? I was just talking about it because Franco has to get a wisdom tooth out, so I was sharing my experience.
Joseph was a good father, and I could tell he was determined to be an even better one. When it came down to it, that was all any of us wanted. A second chance to make something right. My time in Bellariva was almost over, but before I left, I knew there
It's
was
fine.
something of my own I needed to fix.
Nothing wrong with that. I had my selfies for like a week or something, but you went and ate a quarter pounder the other day after. Very slowly. You had one mood where they had to tell you to keep it down with the moaning because you're scaring people in the waiting room. Oh no, Darksea. Oh no. It's so unfortunate. I get it, but oh god.
My time in
How
Belleriva
much
was
like dentist
almost
are
at
they
an
able
end.
to use? Yeah.
Another chapter finished in a story whose ending I hadn't
My
felt ready to write.
my stitches for like the second wisdom teeth surgery that I had, my stitches came undone. So I just had like a hole in my gums where with no sutures because the stitches were just kind of dangling in there. So that was fun.
The people I'd met, the items I'd restored.
There's a
they
Hades
taught me
clone
so
that's
much
just Camelot
about
based.
what was
Oh, is
really
there?
important. Pulling out my suitcase from beneath the bed, I remembered the day I stole it from my parents' shop. The day I left. Afterwards, I was too ashamed to call them, to apologize. It was a guilt I'd been carrying around every day since.
I really need to get back into Hades too. Or get back into it.
As I packed, I knew that it was up to me to find a way to lighten the load.
In the Greek teak where we put the Greek in teak.
Helena gave me these designer shirts. Not sure I'll pull them off as well as she does.
You're back on the New York-ish Guardian gender lock argument. Give you the male version.
Izzy gave me this in exchange for my repair manual.
I want the female
be
version
proud,
of
no.
the casting pop. Let me choose which version to have, please.
Joseph's idea of light reading for the train. It does look thorough.
Anime on Hulu? Yeah, there's anime on Hulu.
My parents would love Bella.
It's
Maybe
it's
I
a
can
decent
convince them to
selection.
make the trip.
Just watch anime for free. I mean, that's fair. But I have a Hulu account to watch
train ticket.
TV, so
Can't believe
I
it's
go on
time
there
to
for
leave
anime
Bella
sometimes.
behind. The soundtrack to my travels. I'll be listening to this on the journey.
There's about the Blu-rays never watched them because you have a Blu-ray player. That's a mood.
The recipe for Carmen's special. I'm under strict instructions to guard it with my life. My suitcase was full, but it was my heart.
You get in the
that
Don't Trope on it, but
felt light as I made my way
vinyl
to the
player.
station.
Exactly.
I was sorry to be leaving Belleriva behind, but I hoped that in my own small way I'd made a difference.
Just assemble a suitcase after reassembling a music. We finished up our trip, so now we're packing our suitcase to leave to go home.
Helena and Carmen's reunion was possible because they'd learned to overcome their differences. Joseph had realized he shouldn't let his grief or his work get in the way of his relationship with Izzy. They'd each learned to see
I'll go in
things
that
from
doesn't destroy the
someone
records
else's
display.
perspective.
Gotcha.
Maybe it was time I saw things through my parents' eyes. I knew it would be easier to jump on the next train, put even more distance between us, but I finally felt ready to talk to them.
You need a good sound system?
I
Yeah.
just didn't know if they would feel the same. Did I even remember their number? I wasn't sure until I reached for the phone and it all came flooding back.
Can I got money for that? No. Unless you get like super lucky and can find one at like a thrift store. But I doubt that.
Mom? Dad?
Maria? Is that you?
I did it. I mean, we weren't that nosy though. We just helped out people and everybody kind of trauma dumped on us. We used to work for a couple of years ago and they got a highly discounted record player sound system. Those got you back in the 80s. We took us and she went back to a graveyard. I don't think it's one of those types of games. This is more for like a feel-good, fun game. It is working more because he used rubber for smooth movements, all the rubber treated. Yeah.
Dear Maria, Carmen here. Sorry I haven't written. The cafe's been absolutely manic since you left.
$60 for a record player.
Luckily,
Wasn't
I
the
have
like
Helena
Final
here to
Fantasy
help.
14 version
You
one
wouldn't
like
recognise her.
$400 or
She's
something?
like a new woman. She's always running around, taking orders and
Not the high
making
five star,
drinks. I even heard her compliment a customer on their outfit. Personally, I draw the line at fluorescent green bowling shirts, but each to their own. It certainly made the customer smile.
With Persona anniversary. Oh, I didn't know they made a Persona one.
She misses the city, though. Bellariva's many
The
things, but it's
$1,700?
definitely not as chic as she'd like.
Pardon?
She said there was a coffee shop near her old apartment where they made coffee with a shape drawn on top. It got me thinking, I'm an award-winning chef. I can figure out how to put a leaf on a cappuccino. A bit of cosmopolitan coffee might be just what Helena needs. Of course, ordering a new coffee machine was the easy part. I wish you could have seen the mess I got into trying to put the thing together.
Most expensive is $7,600. That's a lot.
I saw Maria use her screwdriver a million times. Taking this apart will be easy.
Yeah, an espresso machine.
These pipes look pretty simple. I should start with them.
Never seen the internals though. Me either. I don't know how accurate and true to an actual espresso machine this is. So. That's the base non-14 model 1300? Yeah. Yeah, I think I remember people talking
I'll need
about
to
it.
connect all the pipes correctly to stop the steam pouring out.
Like, that the base model isn't,
How can there be so much steam? Ugh, I'm getting soaked.
like too much further from, like, the actual price point of it. I do the water reservoir. I know, right? I plugged the damn machine before servicing it. Directional gold plated cable territory? Yeah. Oh god, there's so many things for this. Would be logical, just a little bit.
Maybe I should focus on the pipes first. They look
Wow.
easy.
Don't tell me what to do with my life. Another espresso means use electricity to superheat the water to create steam, and pressurized steam passes through the ground to create a special shot. So you just plug it up the water and you're good to work on it. Well, yeah, that makes too much sense, though, is the thing.
Maybe I should focus on the pipes first. They look easy.
Two is... There we go. Imagine...
I'll need to connect all the pipes correctly to stop the steam pouring out.
The directional pipes are correct. Are all these pieces missing? Did they skip this? This is spreadsheet a nickname No Man's Sky? Apparently. You get a cheaper deal on it if you assemble it yourself.
That steam doesn't look good. There must be something wrong with the pipes. Finally, no more steam.
It's like the IKEA furniture, except it's an espresso machine. So some assembly required.
It looks like I've forgotten a screw.
It does appear that I've forgotten a screw. I don't know where. I thought IKEA espresso you eating them, but yeah. Anyone can make IKEA names. Oh, there we go. It's true. Here we go. Nah, we're doing better. Hey, we did it.
A
think that's everything. Better test the buttons, just to make sure. All done. Piece of cake. Time to make my first coffee, I think. Smells delicious. Now to make it look magical.
Or probably something like cafe, yeah. Probably. What do you want me to do with this?
A perfect coffee. All it needs is a saucer and a couple of Helena's favourite biscuits.
That's how you do latte art, right? Yes, I mean it looks fine to me. Can I make a espresso without keeping the milk? He's spinning in the steamer. Or the pitcher. Don't worry about it, Kumiko.
I was feeling more has-been than coffee queen by the time I'd made a drink fit for human consumption.
Just toss
It
the
looked a
machine.
bit, postmodern, but knowing Helena's refined tastes, I hope she'd think it was intentional. Always the connoisseur. She didn't even bother to look at it at first. She was so busy wafting it under her nose. Steamed up her glasses, of course. How was she going to see my work of art?
I was
through an
trying to
eye
make
full
a
of fog?
snail out of the art, or out of the milk, but it didn't work.
When she finally spotted it, though, she was totally impressed.
Red Chip needs a yokai event. Don't do it, Max. Don't fucking do it.
I'll admit, she spent several minutes trying to figure out exactly what it was I'd drawn. She decided it was probably a horse. Well, what she doesn't know won't hurt her. She was impressed enough to ask for another one. I guess I'll need to get some practice in. The whole thing was such hard work, Maria. I never realized how difficult it was, all that mechanical stuff.
Shouldn't have gone out of snail space. Yeah.
It made me realize how much I have to thank you for, so I wanted to say that now. Better latte than never. Hoping you're well. Your friend, Carmen.
Why is she sending us a letter when we repaired a rotary phone for her? She could just call us. What's your sanity regarding Shay fucking tokens? I don't know what that button does. Oh, gotcha. Achievements! Oh, we did them all. Nice. Cool. Pay those phone bills. She's like doing super well at the cafe now. I think she can afford those phone bills. Yeah, that's assemble with care. Thank you friends for experiencing that with me. I enjoyed it. I hope y'all enjoyed my not as great assembling skills. But this does mean we're gonna move into Final Fantasy XIV now. Just since, you know, I finished this and not much else to do. Let me switch over to 14.